predisposed more than your neighbor, okay, compared to those whose family history is zero from having any cancer. Like myself, my dad have cancer, my mom have diabetes, high blood, my dad have again gout, blood pressure again, so you name it lah, bila dah blood pressure tu cholesterol naik dan sebagainya. My mom died of diabetes, my father died of cancer, so my brother have stroke, another brother have GERD and all this. So family history wise, God have given me a lot of challenges. So those of you who have this kind of family history, please pay attention. Number one. Okay, clear? Number two, those of you who have a history of constipation, you have history of prolonged constipation. I mean, we do have constipation once in a while, let's say once every 3-4 months, yeah, that's fine. But if you have it, let's say you knew from schooling days, some of you, right, then it disappeared, then it came back. And then when you work in another company, you had more. You work in this company, you had less. So this got to do with some of the environment that you go through. But the fact is, how many of you are having constipation? So if you do, say yes. So please take a pen or take a pencil and take a list, make a list. Just now is genetic. If 0, put 0. You have constipation, put 1. Okay? In other words, tick. And you got another factor there, risk factor. Why constipation? Those of you who remember very well, either your diet is not correct, or if you're not taking enough fruits and vegetables, you know very well constipation is the main problem. Okay, and when constipation comes in, you know very well that many other problems start to appear, vis-a-vis skin problem first. Very typical of those of you who are not detoxing or detoxifying your bowel, okay? And you know very well, once your bowel is not in order, let's assume some of you have more than 1 or 2 years constipation, and lately it became worse. So please pay attention. What I'm saying is 1 in 4, that 1 in 4 can be us, all right? So be very careful. You know that one day, I think after this COVID, if it doesn't go off, this pandemic is not going to go off very fast. I won't be surprised in a big city or in a country where it's so rat race and people are not having work and been retrenched everything. The rate can be 1 in 2 or 1 in 3. All right, cancer wise. Okay, so constipation. I am about to tell you why constipation can cause cancer. You see, what happens is when you have prolonged constipation and you need medication, and then you need to go and sometimes even see a doctor for constipation, that's actually ridiculous. Okay, that means you're not doing well as far as your diet is concerned. So what happens is your bowel is not healthy, therefore your gut flora, you know the gut flora, bacteria, there are such thing called good bacteria, friendly bacteria, and bad bacteria. And you also have fungus, you also have virus in the body, which is part of your, what you call this, citizen of our body. So you must be able to entertain them very well. Once they are angry, which means what? They don't have enough fiber, they don't have enough of their so-called food, which is fruits and vegetables, and therefore they are not able to flourish. Your gut is bad, and you have constipation, is not removing a lot of bad stuff. It will go into your body, and that can create what we call mutation. You know the meaning of mutation? The cell does not listen to you anymore, so you start to multiply uncontrollably. You cannot control, therefore it becomes cancerous. Finish number 2. Let's go to number 3 now. Number 3, if you are very acidic. How do you know you're acidic? The body is acidic. Okay, people who are acidic compared to if you're alkaline. Okay, here you are. If you take fruits and veggie and good food all the time, is your body alkaline or acidic? Anybody can answer? Obviously, I mean, you know the answer, right? Your body become alkaline. Okay, not necessarily very alkaline. I don't believe in totally very alkaline. If you're too alkaline, the body can cause another problem called gastritis, GERD. You know, a lot of people who are especially above 50 years old, if you don't have enough acid in the body, also you become problematic. Belching, bloating, you have a lot of pain in the tummy area, you know. and it appear like you have a lot of near vomiting, even if it's becoming worse. Now let's get back to the word called acidic. How do you know? Number one, acidity in the body. Even before you go and test your saliva and urine test, you can also do that, or even blood test. But the more important thing is your complaint, your fatigue. You become very tired. You become very sluggish. Your skin become very dry. You even have flare up of your skin, normally female or male. Acne is one of the, if you don't have any other reason why, it is because your body is acidic. And then your sleep is disturbed, you understand? And of course, again, your gut become haywire. And if your gut become haywire, so your bowel movement become very disturbed. So cancer, one of the indicator is your bowel is not normal anymore, or it becomes quite strange compared to your normal self. If you used to pass your bowel, let's say once every day, or at least some people even twice, even 3 times, doesn't matter. But then suddenly it becomes like 3 or 4 days once. You better go and check quickly, okay? All right. So acidity again, person become very moody. A person become how do I say, the aura, the nur, you understand? Your glow is not there anymore. It's difficult for you to smile. It's difficult for you to enjoy life. And you wonder why you become very irritable, okay? These are acidity, all right? And pain and aches, sometimes cramps, your body becomes or your body was already acidic for a long time. Normally, for a while, it doesn't hurt, okay? But these are what called accumulative. So finish. Are you acidic? Later on, we'll tell you how to handle all this, okay? Now, I'm just giving you the factors and some of the risks that you have to see, whether you're going to get it or not. Number 4, right? Sleep. Now, this is, to some of you, is trivial, meaning you can just sleep while standing even. And some of you always sleep while you're having meeting, sitting down, okay? That is because you are having a lot of sleep depth, you understand? You owe yourself sleep. So you look at your family members too. How many of them are sleeping late at night and purposely, after midnight, they are still very active, and then they drink coffee, of course, to keep themselves alert, and knowing very well they have to still go to work tomorrow. Let's say by 9 o'clock they have to be in the office, so they have to wake up still at 7 or 6 something, pray and everything else. So sometimes they become very hectic for no reason. Why? Because the sleep is less than 5 hours a night. Now, talking about that, if you have insomnia and you don't know why, that's even worse, meaning you don't have even stress. Some of you are, you look at your parents, they are already a pensioner, they don't even have to go to work, and still they're having a sleepless night. So please, having problem with sleep is another indicator. I'm talking about prolonged, more than a few months, all right? If you quarrel with your boss, you quarrel with your spouse, and then you have 1 or 2 nights slightly, disturbed sleep, that's fine. Okay, but I'm coming to that now. So that is another factor. Number 4, sleep. Number 5 now is none other than, how many of you don't have this? Tell me if you don't, okay? Because I want to see who you are. How many of you don't have stress? Okay, I want to see. Maybe now you don't have, but in life, how many of you are zero from stress? Or for that matter, even these 2 months in 2021. Okay, I think even in these 2 months alone, we already have a couple of stressful events, right? So people who are often stressful and do not know how to handle stress, that's why if you follow my Facebook, Dr. Noordin Darus, I'm telling you straight away, because in this 1 hour, I can't cover all. So please follow my YouTube or my Facebook. Instagram also can, but most clear is Facebook and YouTube. The YouTube, there is already what I call this edited version. So please, there is a whole list on stress management, because you have to cover breathing technique, you have to cover your mind management and all that. Because why? Stress is definitely the cause or one of the factor for having cancer. Don't believe me? You just have along behind you. You know along? Let's say you owe money, and worse still, you owe it from along, and that alone can cause cancer. Why? Once you have your heartbeat disturbed because you're fearful or you're anxious, and you just worry, and that alone, when your heartbeat is changing, your blood pressure has been disturbed, obviously your hormone will start to go bonkers, and therefore what is going to happen is a lot of other enzyme is not working very well. Therefore, again, it will disturb your gut again, and even the gut with the acid and the alkaline not being balanced. So the whole physiology became real haywire. Therefore, your cell, those who are supposed to sleep well, when I say those who are supposed to sleep well, mean cancer cell. You know that we all have cancer cell in our body, all of us. So regardless who you are now watching me, and regardless of your age or sex or whether you are a rich person or poor person, it does not matter. Only mentally disabled people are having less exposure to cancer. You know why? I'm talking about people who are schizophrenic, people who are out of their world already, because they have no stress actually. They cannot think of stress. Yeah, of course, because they have mental disorder, right? The rest of us, you notice those people walking on the street, they're barefooted, even no shirts, and didn't even cut their hair, and they eat all the wrong food, or even the food that is already rotten. They are not even sick, right? Okay? But us, once you are sober, but then you are stressful, that can cause a lot of damages to your sleeping cell. The cancer cell that's been sleeping all this while will be pushed to a level where they can't control anymore. And that is when you start having cancer. Do you notice your friend who have cancer, or your family members, or yourself? Be frank, okay, and have a look about it. Some of you do not want to tell me, and it's fine, but being someone who have seen thousands of cases of cancer, 80% of you, us, including me, you know that I have cancer, right? In 2001 and 2012, I had twice. Same, it relapsed. First in 2001, I had a blood cancer called lymphoma. And that's why I'm very passionate talking about cancer, because I know why I had cancer too. And one of the reasons is stress. I don't have to tell you what was the stress about, but it was very stressful, and it went along for a few months. Then I developed the cancer. But of course, cancer cell was already there many years ever since we were born. Okay. So what did I say? Next factor, which is very pertinent, is called stress. Let me ask you, those working in UEM, are you all stressful or not? How's the work environment there? Am I asking a very sensitive question? But it is common anywhere in the world, whether you are in the government, semi-government, or even a government or private sector, or me as a Sendirian Berhad, our own business. Or even if you work from home, you become dropshipper, or you become just ordinary online business people, or you are a celebrity. It doesn't matter to me. I know all of us are exposed to stress. So okay, check your stress level. If it's too high, I want you to start thinking about it. Okay, all I want you to know is search for ways how to bring down stress level. Okay, there are methods. Okay, but today I'm giving you just the outline first. So that's number 5. And the next big factor, which is very typical of modern world, is called, ready? The word start with S also, sedentary. So if you are sedentary, you know the meaning of sedentary? Like now, you are seated and I'm seated, fine, for this 1 hour. But after this, if we are going on to be seated again and again and again for 8 hours non-stop a day, and your buttock is stuck to the cushion, that is the cause. Another well-known research saying that people who sit too long and they are stuck to their chair, or so-called not moving for that matter. We are not even talking about exercise that is so aggressive. As long as you move, you have less chance of getting cancer. As long as you do not move, you have more chance of having cancer. And that's why you notice nowadays in a modern world where it's in the office, people have a table, the people in these computer companies, like I'm sure Google, Apple and all that, they have what called bicycle with a chair. Bicycle with a chair, bicycle with a table, bicycle with a desk. They call it a working bicycle. They even have treadmill with a desk on top. They even have what else? Wall calculator. I have a bicycle here with a table. You can buy online. So maybe UAM from now on, everybody should have a bicycle instead of a desk with a chair. All right. And they have a table which can be sprung up and down. You can bring it up and down so that if you work more than half an hour, you want to stand up, you bring your table upward, and then you can stand and do your work, and you can do a bit of Zumba while thinking for the next line or next report to write. Actually, it's very very interesting. I promise you. I wish I know about this long time ago, but I'm already 66, but I'm not complaining. At least I know it now. You can still have a chance to improve yourself. So finish. As far as some of the factors I've given you, these are the core risk factors.